Take me to my job, I don't care if the car has no gas. This happened a few weeks ago. I have been with my boyfriend for almost a year. He is a sweet guy with a big heart, who loves me a lot. The thing is, he has an abusive narcissistic mom, who thinks she can do no wrong and everything bad is her life is somehow my boyfriend's fault. The thing is that she is also very stupid, and constantly forces my boyfriend to do things that goes against a regular person's common sense. That instantly backfires. My boyfriend, if he wanted, could write a post in this sub every week. But he doesn't know to write in English. So here I am. I was spending the weekend at his house, like I usually do. His mom's health these last months has been terrible because a bug bite her in the leg. She didn't receive instant medical care because she was more focused on her work than her well-being. And the bite ended up rotting a hole into the flesh. So she now has to be forced to take proper medical care. This woman is so incompetent that is a danger to herself. Anyway, their car has been broken for many months. But my boyfriend finally managed to make it work again. I know nothing about cars, but is a Ford Fiesta from I think 2010 or older. His mom can't drive, so as soon as the car was working again, started to use my BF as her person taxi. Just as we expected, she wants him to drive her to her work at 5 a.m. and sometimes also wants him to drive her back home, which is a pain because her workplace is far away in the middle of our city. But if he refuses, she throws a childish tantrum until he says, okay. She literally get away with anything by throwing tantrums, even for stupid things. Once she was angered because BF forgot to clean a small corner, after he left the entire house perfectly clean. Back to the story. Friday in the afternoon, he picked me up at my workplace and we got to his house. We took a highway, when the car started to lose some power, until it shut down itself. We ran out of gas. He was angry because every time his mom made him waste so much gas that week. Tried to turn it on, and after some trying, he did it. Every few hundred meters the car would shut down again, and we had to turn it on. We barely managed to get to the house, and we had to call someone to give us 2 liters of gasoline that I paid for in cash so we could arrive. His mom came back at 8 p.m. and we told her how we ran out of gas. The next morning we were sleeping together, when she aggressively knocks the door at 5 a.m. to wake my BF up. This is usual. After he got out of the room, she told him to drive her to work. I was buried in bedsheets, and then heard the loud tantrum outside after my boyfriend told her that the car had no gas. She was screaming for about 10-15 minutes. Yes, the car will make it. Shit, son. I can't ask you for a fucking favor without you being ungrateful. Why can't you take me to work? What an inconsiderate son I have. You wanna make me walk with his leg? You will see that the car still has enough gas to get there. My boyfriend got into the room, took the keys, shoes, jacket and stormed out. I didn't get out of the bed. He was back in like half an hour. He told me that after the car shut down the first time while going uphill, she went quiet. The car did shut down 3 more times, and she said nothing. Maybe realizing that no, the car won't make it. They only managed to get to a bus stop where she can take a bus directly to her work. Left her there, and came back. The thing is that this woman never learns from her mistakes because it's somehow always someone else's fault. But at least she might feel quietly ashamed this time. And don't worry, my boyfriend and I have an exit plan so he can cut contact with her. We both had enough. She will not learn. She will either pretend you're never happened, or will blame home for not keeping the gas full, or will pretend that he sabotaged the car to inconvenience her. Nothing will change. Better get that cut contact plan into action now. Y'all need to run fast if it's financially possible, of course. I recommend not doing that again. You can destroy the fuel pump in your car if you run it out of gas. For some type of cars, even running it low will cause it to overheat because it sits inside the gas tank and uses the gas for cooling. Yes, I did learn this the hard way. Beyond that, the engine probably doesn't like the shuddering and misfires from running out of fuel. I'm so confused. Why wouldn't he drive to a gas station before driving her to work? She's going to go full guilt trip when she finds out you're gone and NC. No needs to really mean no, with appropriate consequences for tantrums, because every time she hears no, throws a tantrum, and then gets her way. Throwing a tantrum is reinforced as a good strategy, because it worked. A good boundary in these situations is, no, and I'm not going to fight about it. And if she insists, I'm going to shut the door if you continue to talk to me like that, and then continue with boundaries until she backs off. I would expect to see a pretty big escalation if she already is in the all or nothing mentality to the point where, yeah, he might lose that relationship, if you can call it that at this point. But the termination of the relationship is up to her at that point. All he would be asking for is the basic mutual respect you give to strangers on the street, let alone your own family. So something to consider. You say his mom doesn't learn from her mistakes, but neither does your BF. He keeps putting up with his mother's BS, and then doing it again. This is your future. You know that, right? I'm not suggesting that you dump your BF, but I encourage you to talk to him about going no contact with her. If you two want a good future, she cannot be in it. Good luck. You both will need it. This can be hard to hear, but just because someone is family doesn't mean they deserve to be in your life. Cut ties with toxic people, no matter who they are. If your boyfriend were not planning to cut contact with her, I'd be recommending you drop him. Yep, that's a bye exclamation mark situation right there. Good luck, scissor. You and your BF need to stop being pushovers. By capitulating to her, the cycle will never end. You two need to go no contact. I'd have your alternator checked, and battery. Get another car, and hide it. Only offer NM rides in the junker. Maybe your BF needs to learn a new way to deal with mama? 63 meters here. Have not talked with my mother in 10 years. Life is better without that toxicity. Glad you have each other, and hopefully you won't have to deal with her too long. By the way, what can bit you and cause your skin to rot? That sounds horrifying. Stop helping her with everything, anything. Tell her she is an adult and figure it out on her own. No one owes her anything. A car out of gas does not start, drive a few hundred feet, then die. Over and over again. I am a bit disturbed that your BF is driving around with an empty gas tank thinking it's going to make it home in the first place. Do you still live with her? Why didn't he putter the car to a gas station instead of to the house?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.